Welcome back. It's time for sports news now. Here's Barong Tony Uranta.
Thank you, Amarachi, and welcome to Sports News. Kano Pillars' all-time leading scorer and Super Eagles forward, Gambo Mohammed, has joined Plateau United on a 2-year deal. The move ended his over-a-decade romance with Kano Pillars, where he was a cult hero among the supporters. The 29-year-old, who has made 7 appearances for the Super Eagles, joined Pillars from amateur outfit Buffalo FC in 2006 and won 3 NPFL titles with the club. And elsewhere, Antonio Conte insists his relationship with Jose Mourinho stops at mutual respect ahead of Chelsea's clash with Manchester United. The pair were involved in a touchline spat on Mourinho's return to Stamford Bridge last season. But speaking ahead of Sunday's match, Conte says he has a professional relationship with the Portuguese, but refused to confirm if he will shake his hands afterwards. Conte also refused to be drawn on Emmanuel Vigic's move from Chelsea last summer after Mourinho revealed his shock at being able to even sign the Serb. And Patrice Evra has been suspended by the Olympique Marseille following a scuffle with a supporter before Thursday's Europa League game at Victoria Guimaraes. The France international has been summoned to an interview that will lead to disciplinary action. Earlier, UEFA charged Evra with violent conduct for the scuffle between the player and a club supporter. The 36-year-old will be banned for at least 1 match with the UEFA Control, Ethics and Disciplinary Body to rule on the incident on November the 10th. Tennis now, and world number 1 Rafael Nadal has withdrawn from the Paris Masters with a knee injury. The Spaniard was due to face Filip Krajinovic in the quarterfinals today, but a right knee problem has now forced him out of the ATP 1000 tournament. Nadal's withdrawal Masters title will remain elusive. And finally, Germany Winter Olympic team have presented their outfits for the Pyongyang Games with a colorful ceremony in Dusseldorf. The president of the German Olympic Sports Confederation, Alfons Herrmann, attended the event and said he hoped for team spirit and positive games in South Korea. The games will take place from February the 9th through to the 25th in the mountainous resort town of Pyongyang. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barong Tony Uranta, and Marachi will be back with the rest.
Thanks a lot, Barong. Syrian and Iraqi forces have claimed victory over the last 2 strongholds of the so-called Islamic State. Earlier today, the forces in Syria announced they had taken control of Deir al-Zur, while the Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi announced that government forces had recaptured Al-Qaim across the border. Over the past few months, both Iraqi and Syrian forces launched an offensive against the terror group, retaking Raqqa in Syria, the group's former capital, and Mosul, Iraq's 2nd largest city. The Islamic State is, however, now confined to a few pockets in Deir al-Zur province. The group is now being driven out of about 95% of the land it once held in Iraq, and more than 4.4 million Iraqis have been freed from its rule, so says the US-led coalition. Spain has issued European arrest warrants for Catalonia's sacked leader Carles Puigdemont, and 4 of his allies were with him in Belgium. The warrant was issued after they failed to attend a High Court hearing in Madrid on Thursday, where 9 other former government members were taken into custody. All of them faced charges of rebellion, sedition, and misuse of public funds for pursuing independence for the region. Puigdemont, who ran to Brussels to raise their case for statehood of the EU institutions, says he will not return to Spain unless he receives guarantees of a fair trial. It's time now for entertainment news. Here's Victoria Idowu.
On entertainment news tonight, raving hip-hop sensation Patoranking and Dremo headlined the Coke Studio Music Concert in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. This is how it went down.
With one bottle of Coca-Cola in one hand and the other hand swinging in the air as popular tracks hit the airwave, it's not a dull moment. The show starts with competition among upcoming musicians and dancers who battle each other for a chance to perform with top stars. And quick freestyles over pre-recorded beats. The concert climaxes with the star performance by Dremel. And then Pataranking. One of the objectives of the Coke Studio concert is to connect Nigerian music stars with their fans.
You know, I'm from the street and this is how to relate to the people. They are part of the fans. We just have to do it the way they want. And if we can have a lot of platforms like the way it is outside, more talent will be recognized. And I think it's something the government should even look into. This is what we have always wanted, getting close to the people that support our music and support the brand as well. So thank you for this huge opportunity. What I say? Boom.
I mean, this is more like probably the first, or maybe not the first, but one of the first. You get, so I'm really happy for this, because even before I got signed to Davido's record label, I mean, I knew how the hustle was. So seeing this young talented people, you know, doing their thing is amazing, man.
With live concerts like this, Coca-Cola is optimistic that more stars will be made through the Coke Studio initiative.
And that'll be all on Entertainment News tonight. It's back to the news at 10.
And the main news again. The Inspector General of Police today said 21,000 police officers will be deployed to Anambra State to provide security during the November 18th governorship election. The IGP also said it would appear before Senate committee to defend allegations of fraud against him. And the Syrian army today took over the last major stronghold of terror group ISIS, as Iraqi forces captured one of the last towns held by the group. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.